Beyond headlines and curated sound bites, Jenna bush-Hager's emotional journey through personal tragedy unfolded as a quiet, deeply human process marked by grief, reflection, and a gradual redefinition of strength, revealing how loss reshapes identity even when life continues in public view. To audiences, Jenna has long embodied warmth and openness, her demeanor inviting connection and conversation. Yet tragedy introduced a private landscape that could not be navigated with charm or composure alone. Grief arrived not as a single moment, but as a series of realizations that altered how time felt, how memories surfaced, and how everyday routines carried new weight. In the wake of loss, Jenna discovered that public visibility does not insulate the heart. If anything, it sharpens the contrast between what is shown and what is felt. She learned to move through days with a dual awareness, present for others while carrying an inner narrative shaped by remembrance and longing. The headlines that framed her experience often sought clarity or resolution, but grief resisted neat conclusions, unfolding instead through waves of emotion that demanded patience and honesty. Jenna's journey was defined by the tension between the impulse to protect privacy and the instinct to be genuine, a balance she navigated by choosing selective openness rather than silence or spectacle. She came to understand that authenticity does not require full disclosure, and that honoring loss can coexist with boundaries that safeguard healing. In private moments, sorrow prompted reflection on legacy, love, and the ways relationships continue to influence us even after they change form. These reflections softened her perspective, deepening her empathy and reshaping her understanding of what it means to show up for others. Tragedy reframed success, shifting its center away from productivity and toward presence, away from momentum and toward meaning. Jenna found that grief sharpened her listening, attuning her to subtleties in conversation and the unspoken needs of those around her. This sensitivity informed her public work, lending it a gentleness rooted in lived experience rather than performance. Yet the emotional journey was not linear. There were days of steadiness and days when memories surfaced unexpectedly, reminding her that healing is not the erasure of pain, but the integration of it. She learned to grant herself grace in these moments, resisting the pressure to move on, and instead allowing space for remembrance without being defined by it. Support became essential, not as a cure, but as a companion, offered through family bonds, friendships, and quiet rituals that honored continuity amid change. These anchors provided stability, helping her hold grief without letting it eclipse joy. Jenna's experience also highlighted the peculiar challenge of public mourning, where well-meaning attention can feel both comforting and intrusive, and where the desire for privacy must be balanced with gratitude for care. She navigated this terrain by focusing on intention, what felt respectful to the loss, what felt sustaining to her well-being, and what allowed her to remain present for the living. Over time, tragedy reshaped her relationship with vulnerability, teaching her that strength is not stoicism, but the courage to remain open in the face of pain. This openness did not diminish her resilience, it fortified it, grounding her in values that transcended circumstance. Jenna's emotional journey underscored the truth that grief expands the heart even as it weighs upon it, deepening appreciation for connection and sharpening awareness of life's fragility. The experience did not replace joy with sorrow, it braided them together, allowing laughter and remembrance to coexist without contradiction. As she moved forward, Jenna carried loss not as a burden to be hidden, but as a quiet companion that informed her choices and enriched her compassion. Beyond the headlines, her journey stands as a testament to the power of integration, of allowing grief to shape perspective without consuming it, of honoring the past while remaining engaged with the present. It reveals that public figures, like all people, navigate tragedy through small, deliberate acts of care, through patience with themselves, and through the enduring belief that love leaves a lasting imprint. Jenna bush-Hager's emotional journey through personal tragedy reminds us that healing is a process of learning how to carry what cannot be changed with dignity, tenderness, and a renewed commitment to living fully, even and especially when life has been irrevocably altered.